Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm gonna try again. So I did the pearl paints as a straight pour and I layered in black in between each layer and it kind of muted the painting. So I'm gonna try it again without the black in between, because what's most important is the black on the canvas. Now, I could just simply paint the canvas black or use a black canvas or a dark colored canvas. There's even black gesso that you can buy. But I wanted to use the black coating because it also helps the paint spread around well. So that's what I'm gonna do. I want to use as well smaller layers because I want all of the colors to be able to shine in the middle. So I think I may even pour multiple colors into one layer. So there's lots of changes to this one. I am using a new batch and I actually thickened up my black just a bit. I've noticed over the years, I worked so much with paint and water. I am a little heavy-handed with the water part of it, and sometimes my paints get a little bit thin, but I think this is good. All right, so let's paint. Okay, this is full, so I'm going to hold this with two hands. So I'm just gonna start with like enough of a puddle there so that the paint's spread out. Oh my goodness. Okay, I should have layered the cup first, dang it. I'll do it up here. Okay, so there's gonna be no black in the cup, and I was debating, maybe I'll give yellow its time to shine. I'm gonna start with yellow. And I just feel like, I don't know, I really liked the black right there. I feel like maybe I should add just a tiny bit of black. Nope, I'm gonna leave it out. I said I was gonna leave it out, I'm gonna leave it out. Okay, I'm gonna go with green next. Tiny little bit of green. Then a tiny little bit of blue down each side so that two colors are going in. And then maybe red here. I don't know, I feel like maybe I should add just a little bit of black. It's all just gonna look like one, I don't know. It's all gonna look like it's just gonna be like one layer of white. I may just add maybe like a drizzle. Let's see what that does. Because my issue with it before is that it really muted the colors. So, all right, I did my first layer of all the colors. So now maybe I'll do an actual layer of each of them. I'm interested to see if these are gonna show up this way. I'm not sure. And I'm not gonna fill my cup all the way so that I can stretch the design out. When you have too much paint, whatever is in the center will just stretch out to be the entire painting. Okay, now for one more little drizzle. This is just experimenting to find what works. I think I may go back this time to layering like this. Spin it around. That cup looks so cool. just do a layer like that on top. One more layer of black. Should I go one more time? I said I wasn't going to fill my cup. I'll get rid of the yellow. A little bit of green. Almost spilled it. Okay. Last one, purple, right in the center. Okay. Phew. That part is done. So let's see how this does without layering black in between each color. Set those aside so that I can reuse those cups for the next painting. All right, so let's get going here. I'm interested to see how this is going to come out since it is not layered the same way. I'm hoping that the colors are going to stay brighter. Oh, I love how the black is coming out in this. I feel like maybe this was just the right amount of black in there. I guess we'll see, right? Woo, okay. Okay, so I can still see the colors showing up, but I have been testing a lot with this. So I've actually painted some of the pearl medium over like to touch up an area of a painting, and it definitely dries lighter if it's painted over the same color. So I don't know, I'm interested to see how this is gonna. And don't get me wrong, the one that I did that, like when it shines in the light, it's beautiful. But with these pearl paints, you know, it's difficult to see them sometimes. The painting looks very dark unless you hit it in the right light and kind of that pearlescent like interference reaction happens with your eye looking at it. All right, so I'm going to get my gloves on. And if you're painting it, it actually takes multiple layers for you to get that pretty like metallic type look out of it. It doesn't happen normally with just the first layer of paint. Actually, let me see if they, yeah, it's fully transparent. Makes sense, right? All right, okay, so let's spin this on around. The black is basically going to go away, but it is the base color of the entire thing. My yellow is going to be the center. I feel like I'm gonna like this one better. I still wonder if the colors are all gonna show up. They're kind of starting to show up. And then my next one that I'm gonna do is a wrecked ring pour, but with very small, intricate wrecked lines. Okay, do I leave this one centered? I think so. I've been liking off-center ring pours lately. I mean, straight pours. But I think I'll leave this one. Now, something really cool that's happening, let me, because I dripped in the last one as well. Something really cool that's happening is because I layered all those colors into one layer in the cup, and it's kind of like I used to do with my old split cups that I used to literally make out of cardboard, is that I've got all the different colors in one ring, which is super cool. So the middle should be yellow. That's what you're seeing as the white. This outer edge is purple. That's green. Some of my blue looks like it's gone except for in here. I love the design. I love all the little fingerlings that are coming around. I think this one's gonna be better than the last one. And again, I still like the last one. It's just a little bit dark. All right, so I'm gonna torch it, do my edges, and then I'll take you in for a close-up, and you're gonna see it in just a second afterwards. But for me, it's a couple days to wait for this to dry. So start thinking now in your mind, what is this one gonna look like? So I'll show you what it looks like wet. Okay, here we go. And you can see the purple and the red are gonna be those outer edges. That corner has a little bit of green and blue. Whatever you see is basically like cream or white there, that's gonna be that yellow color that turns almost to antique gold and blue. Look at these lines over here. Green and red and purple, I can see. And then this is what I was talking about here. When I put all those colors together, you can see the rainbow of them. Oh, I just touched it. I have to fix that. Okay, I'm not pointing anymore. All right, so I will show you how this one dries. It's gonna be a surprise. I hope you like it. Okay, I'm gonna try to get you in on this and see if I can show you what I'm seeing. It is like a rainbow of almost iridescent colors there. So because I layered the colors next to each other and didn't have as much black in between them this time, it did keep it lighter, but it did not allow for the colors to show up as much. You really have to hit them in the light. So every time I do one of these, I learn so much, but it is so pretty. But if this one's hanging, it's definitely gonna need a light on it to be able to appreciate, look at that, all those colors that are in there. But I learned a lot, and I think the next one I'm gonna do is a wrecked ring pour with lots and lots of lines. All right, thank you so much for watching. Happy painting. Bye.